I just want to be free. It's not so hard to see. Why won't you let me be in total insanity? It's total
You're currently viewing the cat cam, awaiting the start of the show. Hello, and welcome to the Robot Communism episode of Total Insanity. We're starting a little bit delayed because I don't know, there's some strange things going on in the internet where our connection is being blocked by mysterious dark web sources. So I think that they're trying to prevent the spread of this revolutionary ideology. Today, I have my guest, Katie Jesus, my sister, sometimes caller, for the first time, finally on the program. Here's a special Katie cam.
Oh no.
But I'm in it too. Sorry. Please excuse my cough. Okay. So, you can feel free to move these cameras in any way you'd like. We have the cat cam, as you can see.
There she is. I don't understand the positionings of.
That's okay. We have the cat cam down here. Notice the action going on. I just want to stay on this for a second. So, Katie, robot communism was a theory, or I don't know, a thing that you came up with, and we kind of like went over some points of it. How many years ago do you think?
Probably when I was like a senior in high school, or a little bit earlier than that.
And it was before, not to be like, oh, we were before this, because we weren't before like the original thinkers of this. But it was before all you hear about this now today, this luxury, gay space, robot communism, all this other stuff. I think Katie was the initial founder of the idea, but I could be wrong about that.
Well, yeah, I like didn't like nothing inspired me to come up with it. It was just like out of nowhere almost. Like, well, I shouldn't say nothing inspired me, but I mean, like I was just like learning a lot of history and like AP history with like Mr. Daniel, and it just got me thinking about like, you know, if I were to make a new manifesto or if I were to come up with a new way of government. And I just kind of realized, and maybe this is why people say, you know, communism will never work and stuff, is that it did feel like there was like an element missing that, like, you know, humans couldn't all get along to make everything operate perfectly unless we had this like buffer or this thing in the middle. And so that's where it originated.
Now, this theory does rely on having very excellently functioning robots, which some might say is fantastical, but I think we could potentially get there if our resources were put into that. Sorry, this is like an unflattering angle.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I realized if it's from the top, it'd be better. I'll just put this on my face instead. Not to be like about me, but now it will just be unflattering to me.
Or what if you just tilt it like this? Oh wait, that's just me. That's not as bad.
Okay, cool.
Or,
I don't care if it's just you. This could be like the Katie cam.
no, like, there we go.
We got the Kate cam.
That works.
We got the Kate cam. We got the cat cam. I love this cat cam. Okay, this will probably be. This is a serious introduction to robot communism. This isn't playing around, okay? Maybe just a little bit. Now, I guess let's just go through the points.
Oh, you want to go through? Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. I think I want to fade between us and the cat cam at the same time. Okay.
Are you fine with that angle?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Because it gets both of us.
Yeah, that's good. This is great.
I just look weird, especially from my right side.
Don't
No,
worry
it's
about
true.
it. It is true that there's good and bad sides.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, is there one kitten missing? Oh no, they're all there. That's
really?
actually perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You kind of lucked out with that, honestly.
What?
You kind of lucked out, honestly.
Oh,
that
yeah.
They're all like in it.
It's I just put it where they were sleeping before, and they have just kind of stayed in the area. Okay. So, I should have got some type of communist graphic to like put over and behind us, but I didn't think about that. So,
That's fine.
guys, just to be upfront with everyone. Wait, didn't it change? This is a pretty like unplanned show. This is like before school starts. This is like we're chilling out, shooting the shit. Okay. So the first point of robot communism. Well, these aren't necessarily points. These are like little like thoughts we kind of have.
Yeah, and these aren't organized like at all.
Yeah, they're not organized in any particular fashion. Don't worry.
And this is what I came up with when I was like a high schooler, like just talking to you in like a jokey way.
We haven't exactly. This is very introductory. This is very like we haven't fully developed.
It's not fleshed out.
Exactly. So, robot communism promotes happiness/fairness while still allowing people to indulge in superfluous pleasures. Like so, we'll explain. I feel like that it gets explained a bit as it goes on.
Yeah, that's just kind of like the general gist is that like, that's the whole point is that people can, you know, live in harmony, and yet they don't have to have like the things that they love and indulge in to be ripped away from them suddenly just because we transition to this way of government.
Exactly. Now, the world would come together to build robots for everyone. These robots know how to do everything and build other robots, so no money is needed, no countries. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
There'd be
There's no board.
there would have to be there would have to be an initial like movement for the robot creation and implementation. That's maybe one of the most difficult things to
Right.
do.
No, we did agree that the hardest part would be to just start it, which I
Mhm.
think is how people feel about like transitioning to any new government.
Yeah. So this cracked me up. A robot has a lifespan of 10 years. So when it gets to 8 years, it starts building a new robot to replace itself. Robots recycle people's old goods to create more robots and create new goods. Is this mic still? Wait, talk?
Hello.
Speak.
Hi.
Oh, wow, this is somehow... Even though I have this mic turned off, it's like still using this mic and this other mic.
Oh, how do we fix that?
You know what? This sound might be weird. I want to turn this... I want to unplug this. No, but then it's not going to work. Because the problem is if I unplug it, it plays the audio back to us and then feedbacks into there and makes a high-pitched frequency noise.
Oh,
So
let's not worry about it, I guess.
I'm just way louder than you, I guess.
Oh, well, I was going to say...
No, but I'm not. See the level?
It's-
Sorry. Okay, I didn't mean to get... I could just notice that I would sometimes be real loud. So anyway.
I was just going to make a comment about that, though. About, you know, that's assuming... This is assuming that we have robot technology and that, you know, they've already come up with a plan on exactly what this robot will be like and look like and how it'll operate, because we didn't go into that.
These robots have to, like, be able to be, like, smart enough robots to do these things, obviously.
Yeah, this is assuming that we've made, like,
great technological strides.
Advancement in AI and stuff like that.
And also, we might get into this or not, but each robot has, like, there aren't like all-encompassing robots that can do everything, because I feel like that's a little too dangerous, right? There's robots that have specific tasks for different things, like in the society.
Yeah, and basically they take over for us in most positions and jobs.
It's like fully automated communism, they call now, where it's like automation takes up a lot of the stuff. So robots will be programmed to be happy and love their jobs. So there will be no robot revolution. These robots view robots they build as a child they love.
Sorry, I had to...
No, I like this. As a child they love. So this is basically... People always worry about robot revolutions. People always worry about, like, technological... You know, the AI taking over. But it's like, if you program the AI to have limits and to not just be able to like think and learn unlimitedly, and they're not like on a network with other AI that can do the same thing. Like you can say like, this is what you do. Like the robot has a function of this, it has a certain way that it interacts with humans, and that's that.
Yeah, and for the purposes of this, probably not every robot is going to have like a humanoid.
Oh yeah,
body
exactly,
and,
exactly.
Like, they'll have different purposes.
Exactly. All essential items will be free. So this is like basic food and water. I feel like when we said special items, I always think of like lobster and like things that might be more rare that like necessarily not that there may not be enough for everyone is where coins come in. So all essential items are free. But to keep people from getting more than others, coins will be distributed. That's to keep people from getting more luxuries than others, right?
Yeah, by that I mean like there is a certain amount that everyone is allotted a month that will cover all of your bare necessities and stuff. And then we go into that later, but you can volunteer for more, work for more if you do want to still have those delicacies that we're talking about.
Bare necessities. If you want to eat bears. So, and the coin system, I think we get to this, but like, say somebody, we don't want to take away any enjoyment from people. So like, say someone likes running a business. We're not going to stop you from being able to run a business and accumulate money or coins if that's what you want to do. But it's within this framework.
Yeah, I thought it was funny too. You're probably coming up on it, the accountant thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's somewhere down there. Oh yeah, it's the next thing. All essential items will be free, but to keep people. I'm just going to take this down actually here, that's better. All essential items will be free, but to keep people from getting more than others, coins will be distributed. You will have to budget your coins. If you're bad at budgeting your coins, you may pay 10% of your coins for a robot accountant. So the coins are kind of like extra stuff. That's like more rare. We kind of established that already. But like, because you can't just be having people, like, maybe people wouldn't do it, but maybe somebody would be like, I want to get like 50 lobster. I always go to lobster for some reason.
I thought maybe I don't know. I think I wrote that differently than
way.
I thought. I thought that everyone was just allotted a certain amount of coins.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And then like.
No, yeah, I got that wrong.
Yeah. So then, if you want any delicacies or whatever, you have to work harder for the extra coins.
Yeah. So.
Or you could just budget it. I mean, like. Obviously, people can pick and choose what they spend their money on. So that was the joke about the account.
Yeah, and this isn't like fully worked out like we said. So like, wow. So like, essential items, whatever that means, like food, water, electricity.
Right. Yeah. Like, and we go into this later, but
and potentially like basics like bread, eggs.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And we go into this later, but this is the part I don't know if we should do or not. I mean, I say that it goes into rent. And that goes towards like housing, like building houses and maintenance and stuff. But I don't even know if that would be fully necessary. We'd have to figure that out. But.
We did write this like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So we weren't as advanced in our knowledge of like socialism and communism theory.
And life.
Yeah, and life. So coins are digitized so you can keep track of every transaction. Everyone has a coin card like a Stetson meal plan with ID.
Look how cute. Sorry, I'm distracting you.
That's fine.
Juno's on my lap.
If you want a camera to control, feel free. The cat cam is empty now.
Oh, wait, where is...
But it's all the way over there.
I'll get it later.
But the cord is very long, so it can like...
I don't want to disturb him.
Wrap around very easily. Okay, so... Wow, did I just see somebody walk outside?
Yeah, he's out there. I was hoping he was out there because I saw Trixie walking around.
Thomas. I was about to turn the camera. Anyway. Someone's watching. I don't know who. We got one viewer. Chat in. Give us your thoughts. If you think this is a shitty idea that's going to lead to dictatorial, authoritarian robot overlord, tell me why you think that in the comments. If you think this is a great idea, or you think you could contribute ideas, comment in, whoever you are. Skype in to Leo Jesus. We'll interview you. Let's do it. People can still have jobs if they want. The people that choose to volunteer receive extra coins. The just work harder argument will finally apply.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. Now this is what it has to be sold. It says creative work has to be sold for coins.
Oh, by that I mean, like, it's not something that's gonna be, like, in a store. Like, you have to sell it independently. Like, your personal art or whatever is what I meant by that. Like, that people can still have the ability to profit and get more coins by doing creative work. Yeah. Okay.
Max is watching, I think. Max texted me, it's a terrible idea.
Okay, I want to know more of why it's a terrible idea.
Max is also a Scorpio, just like Katie. They were born the same year, 1993. Sorry to give away ages.
Yeah, I don't want blanket statements about why it's bad. We want to know the specifics.
It could be a half-joke comment why it's bad.
Okay, either way, we need more elaboration.
Max could also feel like there's good things and bad things.
I can see that.
If someone wants to start a volunteer business, it's up to them to use their coins as desired to invest. If their product competes with a robot-produced product, the robots will offer the choice to have it implemented into their stores or continue selling it on their own. We have a thing to protect innovation. I think we're under the assumption that innovation still comes from private people, and that if there's like a robot thing, we have like established like ways of doing things or established products, I guess. But like, because now I know that factually more innovation comes from the public sector, like military, NASA, public universities, and like studies and research, most innovation actually comes from there. Now some doesn't, like maybe Steve Jobs is Apple, but then it's like, where did that computer technology come from originally? Probably a public place.
Well, we have to also assume that the structure of
But
all of our institutions would be different under this.
yeah,
Like academia would probably be the curriculum would be very different, and like your career path, the way it would progress and stuff. So like, I think that hopefully it would inspire more innovation because it would be about people working together and collaborating more and stuff like that. And so like any of these creative endeavors, it's basically just to cover like the freak geniuses, like the people who are just like really good at what they do, like creatively or whatever, on their own, and then say they invent something or they whatever. Like that, I was just talking about how we introduce it into
yeah.
the greater society.
And sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah,
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, that was fine. I was trying to. The sound was. I just can hear. I'm just way louder than you. I don't want the disparity to be so much.
Oh,
You can
whatever.
be. You can be heard, but it bothers me.
I don't care.
I mean, there can even be like people that come together to like think of like, okay, how can we do this better? How can we adapt this? People want this type of thing. How can we do this? Max says that I'll help the robots overthrow y'all. Except the robots won't do it because they're programmed to not ever do revolution.
Right. Basically, if the robot, we have stuff in place in case the robot tries to.
That sounds fine. Oh, he says the sound is fine.
Oh.
Thank you. That makes me feel good. So jurors and lawyers are unbiased robots. How many coins you steal is how many years you go to jail. That's pretty harsh, but it makes you not want to steal. Jail is simply like our normal life working. So it's not even that bad. They just have to like work in like a job. They don't receive coins. Stolen coins are replaced. That's pretty explanatory, right?
Yeah. That's kind of the joke, though, is that it's like making a statement too about like our work lives. Like that's just their normal jail. Okay.
Now, punishment for a crime.
She clearly wants to come inside. I feel like really bad.
You can let her in if you want.
I know he's like on me.
Do you want me to do it?
Do you mind? She's clearly just freaking out. What happened?
I just bashed my knee on the thing.
Trixie. Come here, girl. There we go. She looks scared.
Yeah, well, she's
I don't know why he doesn't stay near her. It's fine. She's back here.
We're broadcasting from an undisclosed location, forest compound. Whoa. Wait, what?
Yeah, should I still film that?
I didn't know it was still going on. I thought it was like over. Kitten nursing. Wow.
I won't disturb their privacy.
Okay, sorry, I'm not going to stare at them. Okay. Oh, you can get that camera if you want to move it around in any way, but
It's
okay.
Ow.
Punishment for crime: become robot slave, doing work for robots. That sounds really bad. Hey, everything's gonna be fine, guys. Okay. Don't worry. Robot slave doesn't sound as bad as you think. But this is for a crime, hey. You shouldn't be doing crimes. Become robot slave doing work for robots / get robot therapy until there is noticeable improvement. Once someone shows improvement, they will be freed. If someone doesn't obey the robots, they will get a warning. If they don't listen, they will be shocked from afar. And please allow me to show this. They will be shocked. This is a simple animation demonstrating for you the shock element of the robot's functioning.
Yes, and it will be similar to like when a police officer tases someone or something, and they have different levels, like different voltages.
Yeah, this is to protect people from sabotaging their robots. So, yeah, if someone doesn't obey their robots, whoa, wild! This cat just like climbed up on me. Okay. That's actually very nice.
We have a full
Aw,
house of cats at the moment.
that's
For
very
the
nice.
viewers who don't
Were you trying to get to Katie, or did you
know,
actually
we have
like?
3 kittens.
Do you actually like me?
Oh.
Aw, aw. I feel honored that you feel comfortable to do this already, but you probably smell my relation to Katie, don't you?
No, I think he loves you.
Or you can sense my pure heart. So, once someone, if they don't listen, they will be shocked and treated very mean. If a person murders a person a second time, not self-defense, they will be a robot slave forever. And remember, a robot slave is just having like a 9 to 5 job. Can rent a robot friend. That I'm not going to read. We must have electromagnetic pulse shields in the robots, or something to protect them from possible solar flares and electromagnetic pulses. I think we can get the shock thing away now. Oh, I'm very distracted by this cat. Here, just
Do you want me to read something?
yeah, read this while I pet this cat.
Okay. We'd preserve historic buildings and landmarks and make natural wonders public land. You have a choice to either stay where you are or move to a new location whenever robot communism is first implemented. You must submit what you want, and the winner will be based on the hours of volunteer work towards robot building. And the robots will observe and evaluate to see how much energy and work you are actually putting in. Robots will not add hours for someone when they aren't doing anything important. If a person has a bad attitude about the volunteer work, they automatically lose the whole day of work and must come back the next day with a good attitude. If someone starts getting violent, the robot electrocutes them, not deadly. People who are born into a location at age 18 are provided a form to fill out with a living request, similar to when you sign up for classes. Locations are first come, first serve. If you are not happy with your home, you can save up your coins to have a new one built. People can expand their homes with coins. So basically, like where you live, like you'll have the option to stay where you're at, so that people can, won't have their homes like taken away from them. But those who don't have a home or who would like to move can like list their preferences ranked, and it's based, like I said, first come first serve, as well as the work that the volunteer work. Let's see.
I don't want to make you talk too much because of your jaw. I can like.
Oh.
Well, you can if you want to talk more, you can.
It's not really bad right now.
Okay. Which part were you at? Sorry.
I don't want like our house.
Oh, sorry.
No. Also, this is like online. I just don't want any part that's like shows the outside of our house too. Okay. People can keep their languages, but must take mandatory courses to learn a new universal robot language, which I thought was funny. We'd obviously have to come up with that.
What if I want my job to be being a robot? You can do it.
Yeah, I don't see why not. As long as we had the technology to turn you into one.
Yeah, because you can't, people aren't people are natural robots in a way, but that's a whole nother episode.
Okay, so I guess you can pick it. It's up at that one.
See, and this is kind of like almost like too specific, but this is back then. Get about $80,000 a year. Healthcare costs are free. $6,000 a month can change worth of coins. I don't like having a definite amount of coins because, like.
Yeah, that was just us coming up with something,
But yeah, everyone has automatic insurance. You can pay to go to a real life doctor instead of a robot. Because people still, this is the thing, like, oh, what are people gonna like do? Like, the thing people don't realize is there are still people that will want to be doctors. like maybe they won't work like 10 hours a day or something, but they might want to be a doctor for like a few hours every day. They might want to like help people in their life. There may have been someone that saved them from a surgery or something, and they want to do that and help other people.
Yeah, and because you get coins, like the same amount of extra coins for volunteering and putting hours in towards any career, it prevents people from doing jobs for the wrong reason or just so that they can make more money.
I forgot. And that's the other thing. I was saying if there's no incentive, but the coins technically do offer a monetary incentive. So even if you think the incentive argument is wrong, that people don't need incentive in that way and they'll just do what they like to do, or will there be enough people? This coin incentive, it's like, hey, you want to get extra stuff, you want to build additions to your home, which can happen, work to get more coins if that's what you desire. And the people that don't care about that stuff can work less and enjoy their life with the things that they need.
Exactly.
I read that. Universities will be free, all robot universities. People that want to be real life teachers can be tutors. Robots are always factually accurate and unbiased and love their jobs.
They're programmed to love their jobs.
Potential resource issues. More robots equal more resources. What?
Wait, let me see what that is.
It's like the top.
Oh, this is just where I was saying that we might have some issues with the amount of resources to create the robots, depending on how many robots we're creating. Because basically, to do this, we'd have to create like as many robots as there are humans. Like maybe not, because we could make the system a little bit more efficient. But still...
and robots can work 24 hours, where people have to like not do that. So you could actually probably make like half.
So I just said basically that was just a note of me saying like there might be some resource shortages and issues with that we'd have to like work out later.
Robots' only feelings are contentment. They don't question anything because they don't have emotions. Technically, if they have contentment and love things, they have limited emotions.
Right, but by that would basically mean we just program them only to like love what they're doing, like what their job is.
Robot therapists can abstractly understand human emotions, but don't truly feel them. They can analyze emotions and know how to deliver them and know how to deliver info in a comforting way. Based off Smart Child on AIM, because whenever you say something mean, they think it's funny or calmly dismiss it. Okay,
I just always thought that Smart Child was hilarious, and I would like communicate with him.
This is like a redundant
try
thing.
To mess with him and see what he would respond.
If a person abuses a robot, the robot electrocutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one says, if after the warning to make them stop, if they do not give in, the electricity will eventually reach a lethal degree.
Yes. So basically, it goes up notches, and if they do not stop, then they will eventually be killed. But that's honestly like suicide at that point because they refuse. They know everyone is educated on this beforehand and how many times it will progress the voltage before it's lethal. So
what if a robot's malfunctioning and shocking by accident? Do other robots...
Oh, no. Then we have something that later where robots will destroy another robot that is malfunctioning immediately.
No leaders. Volunteer committee. Just after I read a little bit more, it doesn't necessarily have to be volunteer. You might get... There might not have enough volunteers, or there might become like a volunteer class that like controls things more. So you could also just have a mandated rotating positions on... like body organizations, like
wait, what? Sorry, I kind of like zoned out.
Instead of having volunteer committees, it may just be that everyone has to kind of do like be on the committee for a short amount of time to like serve
there's a
Because I was saying if people volunteer, if the same people volunteer too much, there could become more of like a volunteer class that control the committees.
Oh, for sure. No, I think we should definitely have some law too where like you can't be on it for like too long of a period.
And you can be rescinded at any time.
Yeah.
Like in our thing, you can't just like vote people out. They have to like be impeached by their peers.
Mm-hmm.
And this, the people could say, put up a vote, we're going to take you out.
Yeah. So.
And it's not like politicians though. It's like they have no official power and can't change anything major unless it's voted on by everyone. The committee's job is to bring up issues to vote on to make sure everyone stays mostly satisfied.
Yeah, so like instead of like voting for like elected officials like we do, we just vote for like on every issue that, like any change.
Robots should always be content, so if for whatever reason they have a problem or believe they can do something more efficiently, they also come to the committee. But robot rights come last.
I also just wanted to say too, like with the coin system, how everything's like electronic and stuff, like we should have voting like that. Like it's so easy to be able to just like vote from your, like, you know what I mean? Like we should have a system almost where you could like vote from your home or something, like in the robot communism world at least. Like,
Right now it's too like hackable, probably.
that's what I'm saying, like in this, ideal future. Yeah.
If no one isn't happy, there will be basically no committee. They would simply meet on occasion to confirm this. Robot voting team will be made tamper-free and will triple check for glitches. Basically, the committee decides when there's a vote, then they bring it to the robots and they start the voting. Everyone gets a coin vault like in Gringotts. Violence is completely unacceptable. If a war starts, robot army destroys them. Everyone is sorry.
Total.
At that point, like a war, if the whole world cooperated to make Robots, there probably wouldn't be a war. But if like something breaks out, the robots are like,
Wait, I just realized there's a coin vault. I said there's a coin vault, but then it's electronic coins. you get a Gringotts vault for
Well,
any of your belongings that you would like stored.
Anyone is free to have their own beliefs, religion, whatever. The minute you harm another human for any reason, you will be punished. No weapons are sold. Simulation hunting / shooting of targets for people who like that. Other robots will recognize malfunction and stop it. Hacking penalty is considered equal to murder and leads to a life sentence in robot jail.
Yeah, hacking is not permitted.
Drugs can be grown or made, but they can't be sold by the individual. They sell in designated amounts to robots who will then distribute the drugs in stores. No synthetic hardcore drugs, only those that are naturally occurring. Memorial for smarter child in our robot society.
Yeah, so some type of statue.
So, I can still see certain things that need to be worked out, but I think the overall idea of robot communism,
it just relies on, like, technology we don't currently have.
In that way, it's a bit, some may say utopian. Marx and Engels and Lenin may say that we're utopianists and that what we do will never happen. But hey, we're just saying if we get to this technological level, we got a good idea here.
Yeah. And what I want to know from people watching is, like, not why it's bad, but what could we do to revise our theory and make it better.
I know people are probably wary of like having like there's like these rules like if this happens, but like everything's based upon fairness. Everything's like all the committees and stuff. I think people would think like these committees will become corrupted, but it's like no, because you don't get any money to be on a committee. You don't get money from donors. You don't have to worry about getting voted in. Like you have to worry about getting voted out more. You actually have to only worry about getting voted out.
Like think about if you knew you could choose between a doctor that was a robot and like programmed to do its job and it has been researched to like, you know what I mean? It's been created purposely for that job. But you also still have the option to go to a human, but you know that they are doing it for the right reasons because they could literally choose any other job to get coins. So it's like, it's almost comforting in a way because you do have those options. And I mean, we don't know the details of what a robot doctor would be like, but it's possible that they'd be even more precise than a human.
So I think with that, robot communism concludes, really. I mean...
Now everyone's going to be able to steal our ideas offline, but whatever.
Well, I can delete this if you want.
No,
I can leave it up for a week and delete it.
No, because, I mean, at this point, I'm not doing anything with it. I'm all about free use. Give the information to the people, let them do with it what they will. That is a communist ideal, after all, so... if people want to take this and develop it into something further,
Yeah. I've been very distracted by the cat.
we welcome it.
That's like unintelligible what is going on.
He blends in.
Wait, why is it so difficult to like figure out where it's pointing? So do you think he likes being pet while he's sleeping, or that disturbs his sleep?
I think he likes it. That's why he
Okay.
came on your lap.
So, well, thank you, Katie, for being on.
No problem.
Thank you for hosting Total Insanity in this undisclosed location. And I hope you enjoyed the introduction to robot communism. And that's about all I got. This is a very serious, straightforward episode of Total Insanity. And that's okay! And that's okay!
Peace out in the fleece trap.
Catch you on the flip side.